Okay, well, we got skid steer in here. We're gonna try to back this sucker out of here. Pull her on back here. Slide this over. Slow down, baby. That's fine. I'm screwed here. Call her good here. Okay, well, I'm gonna go hit the key and see what she does. Well, no go right there. I think we're going to try to hook the battery charger up to it a little bit and see if I can find somebody to help me and maybe throw some ether in it and see how she goes. Okay, so we got no fire the last time. I should have let you guys know while I was cranking it, I did observe oil pressure, so it's got oil pressure. I'm not worried about that. And I did prime the fuel filter before the last crank. I just reprimed the fuel filter again. Got the booster hooked up to it here, and I also got jumper cables running from my pickup over there, my plow truck. It's got dual batteries and everything. So what I did was I took the air cleaner boots off here. I rearranged them so they go up over the top of the motor so I can spray a little ether in it a little bit when it's cranking. I don't want to blast a whole bunch of ether in there and then crank it up and hurt something on the motor. So we'll give it a little spray while I'm cranking and we'll see how it goes. So I'll try to find a spot to put this camera. Well, I just excuse me, I just pulled the filter, and I don't know if you can see this or not, but there's a bunch of stuff come out of there. But if you look down inside there, I don't know if you can see it or not, right light, it's full of gel. It's like 40 degrees right now, or 35 degrees, so it shouldn't be gel. I don't know if I have another filter or not, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna make sure that that line's clear and that nothing's going on there. Maybe maybe see about putting some fresh fuel in the truck too. It's got a lot of old fuel. That fuel should sit, but you never know, you know what I mean? So I pulled the filter and I looked at it a little closer, and it actually, all that gel that was in there was actually all hard crystallized. And I noticed every time I took the filter off, I was getting a bunch of air escaping out of it, and which made me realize it was air locking in there. So I decided to drain all the fuel out of the tanks. I don't know what happened to my camera earlier, but I did crank it a little bit, gave it a little ether. It did fire a little, but didn't take off. So I went in and I got a few more filters, and I put about 30 gallons of fresh fuel in the tank, and I'm going to try to reprime and re-crank again. So stay tuned. Okay, so we got I got my pickup hooked up again. I'm going to throw this on 200 amps. I got to set you down so I can try to crank on this. Trying to do this in a manner you can actually see things. Okay, and let's give her a shot. Filter's primed. Took a bunch of ether, but sounds actually idling a little bit on its own. I think I've got a pump or something buzzing up here. I don't know if it's the air compressor or what, but first time in about 20 years, I would say. Starting to suck some fuel now. Got about 75 pounds oil pressure. Looks like the air actually wants to start coming up. Still got a discharge on the ammeter. Yeah. Like the fuel pump's stuck a little bit. I'm going to work on freeing up the fuel pump a little bit so we can give her some RPMs. So, well, it was a little bit of a struggle there, but we actually got it started. It took a lot of ether to get her to suck fuel, but once she started sucking fuel and got that fuel pump loosened up, she really runs really nice. Actually, it runs really good. Little thing that didn't show in the video, had a little trouble. Let it run for about 5-10 minutes. I wanted to make sure I shut it down because I really don't know how much water's in it and everything like that. Well, I shut the key off and the thing wouldn't stop running. So I had a little experience with some mechanical fuel pumps in the past, and I knew there's some screws you could turn. You could shut it off and everything like that, and you could lock the fuel pump open if you needed to. So looked all around and all around. I couldn't find the fuel shut off screw on that thing. So called my cousin, and I called a mechanic of mine, and I was able to find the screw, and was able to turn the screw back out. And key switch works great now. Thing starts right up the first push of the button. Really pleased with how well that thing runs for sitting for so long. Wouldn't surprise me if that motor's been gone through. Fortunately, I'll never know. But it's gonna be a fun truck here in the future, and I think there's a lot of potential to it. So looking for ideas, looking for comments, looking for everything like that. I'm not an expert. I'm not a super trucker by any means, but I know just enough to get me in trouble, and I'd welcome any comments anybody has or any suggestions anybody has. But let me know what you'd like to see with this thing coming up in the future, and if you got anybody that's interested in helping out with it, or if you got ideas for it, let me know. Drop it in the comments below, and hit the subscribe button and share with all your friends. Thanks, guys.